What's up, guys? Good morning. So I'm in this little coffee shop in my hometown in Michigan, and what I wanted to present to you today is it's important. I'm just walking through it, but it's important to walk through your own business as if you were a client, right? Actually videotape what it's like. I'll show you here. It's walking around here, this is the outside. They have a ton of windows in here. What's the experience of actually walking through the store, right? I think it's really important. And this place is pretty awesome. Everything's kind of out in front, and they have amazing windows and just the whole coffee shop place. So, and I'm just looking at this place, not in particular. This is one of the first times I've ever been in here, honestly. So it caught my eye as being it was my first experience, right, in this place. And I take account, as a business owner, you think about those things. You think about what it's like the first time you walk in, whether or not you're greeted, all that stuff, right? So I would do it as a surprise, and this is just a tip. We used to do this at the gym where we would actually videotape and have our videographer videotape us in front of the building, welcoming people into the building, and then actually walking through the building. So you guys have probably seen that if you follow me on Strong Together Fitness in Chester, because that was my old gym, and we used to do that as a part of our marketing. But really important to make sure that everything's clean. There's not a bunch of tape on the windows. We used to put flyers up all the time, and random people would tear them down, and then it would leave tape everywhere, and it just looked really shitty, right? A lot of things, especially when you're in a mall like we were, I don't know what kind of places you have, but certainly comment below and let me know what kind of space you have, and I can give you the best recommendation of how to do that. But the other thing is, even your office, what does your office look like when you walk into it? What is your if you're somebody that's a lawyer, let's say, and you have people come into your office, what does it look like? Is it chaotic looking? Do you have a fridge set up? Do you have coffee set up? Is it easily accessible and known to people that are coming in and sitting and waiting that they can drink that coffee? How does that work? Hey, Matt. Oh, I would love your 2 cents on this, Matt, and how this works for you. But there's so many things, and there's so many different businesses and people owning different businesses in here. So I would really, really, really love if you would share what your business is and what you do, so that we can all picture what that looks like. And hopefully it gives you a dynamic picture of and vision of what your next level of environment looks like. And I don't just mean customer experience in terms of walking into your business, your restaurant, your whatever you have, but also your experience as the business owner. Because what's the most important, literally for me, it has everything to do with my success long term and my productivity is having the right environment. And that means that my office and the spaces that I work need to have people in them, because I'm more motivated when I have people around, which is why I go to coffee shops and places, and particular ones where there's people that are also working. I feel like I'm in this space where people are working, and I get more out of that, and I get more engaged and more motivated to stay on track and stay focused when I'm around that. So being at home all the time, although sometimes for my phone calls, I absolutely must and love being in my office for calls, because I have it completely silent. I don't have to worry about anything. If somebody comes to the door to drop off a FedEx package or something, that's really the only thing, and the dogs bark and go crazy. But I have to have the right environment for the service that I'm providing. And it's the same thing with you, but it's also the right environment for you to be your most productive self. So think about what you could do differently in your office. What do you need to remove or add that's going to make you more productive in the office? Maybe it's removing the fridge because all you want to do is eat, right? For me, if I'm at home, I don't work in the kitchen because I will be tempted to go into the kitchen, right? So you really got to make sure that your environment is good. The other thing is I'm just going off the wire here because environment's really important, but for me, if there's dishes in the kitchen, I'm thinking about that shit. Everything in the house needs to be in order for me to start working. So if I am going to work at home, you better bet your ass the dishes are empty, they're in the dishwasher is running, and I'm in my office and the whole kitchen is clean. The kitchen for me is an absolute must have. It must be clean before I start my work. What else? I also put Conway, one of my dogs, in the crate because he will roughhouse Odin all day long, and I'll just hear it, and then I'm avoided and I'm distracted, and it's super annoying. So I put Conway in his crate every single day when I'm working from home. So it's the little things, guys, that are going to take you to the next level productivity-wise, but also pay attention to what it looks like and what it feels like as a client to walk through your space. Really important. All right. If you have any questions on this, comment below. If you have any comments, if any of this resonated with you, if you have an example for me and for others to see, I would really appreciate you commenting below. All right. Have an awesome day. Ciao.